witnesses are real. This is a true story. Eyewitness account. Channel 9. Tune in and check this out.
We're recording right now.
We record right now?
Right now.
Nuh-uh.
Yep, it's on. It's on because I'm just got. I have to put it on.
You didn't. I thought you were gonna like push a button and start it. It's been rolling for like 10 minutes. Oh man, there's some of that stuff you cannot use.
The reason we got Renetto on the show today is the tubers out there wanted to know some stuff about it.
They do?
Yeah, they wrote in, and I could, of course, we couldn't go through like all of them, but I did pick out a bunch of them that
There was that many people
yeah
who wanted you to ask me a question.
Yeah, totally, just all around, you know, questions of like, and I'll start off with the first question.
All right.
Okay,
All right.
because this is a good one. This is kind
A
of
lot of people ask this question. Okay.
Is like, what is your favorite poetry? Like, what kind of, name a poem or a phrase or the anything like that? That's something that yours like. Well, do them both.
I cannot ever remember opening up a book of poetry in the last 15 years. I'm 40, so you know I did when I was younger, but somehow mid-20s I just started losing interest in that kind of stuff, like I'd explored it or something. I really like quotes. I like collecting quotes. So I do actually have a whole collection of quotes, 70 or 80 or 90 quotes that I took almost a year to come up with, where I would search through and the internet and just started creating all these like, I don't know, just like an archive of my favorite quotes. I don't know why, just got interested in it. And some of my favorite ones are, a man is not old until regrets take the place of dreams. Because I love the idea that as long as you're still dreaming, you know, you're still living life to the fullest. Whether you're 22 or you're 72. That there's no fear of growing old, there's no fear of looking back on regrets if you just keep getting up every day and living your dream.
Another question that they asked was, how did you get into YouTube?
I started posting video responses. I just kind of happened onto YouTube one day. I was, you know, just looking for sites that had videos on the internet, just whatever. And I noticed them around, and I found YouTube. And I decided I wanted to start watching some videos. And I popped up my computer one day, and I was watching a video, and I thought it was hilarious. It was
how long ago?
This was a year and a half ago. I watched a video where a guy said, "This is the most boring video ever, but you can't help but watch." That's what his video was. Looking like directly into the camera saying, you know, the video you're about to watch is the most boring video ever, but you can't help but watch it. Or something, you know, he's from the UK. And I was watching it going, he's right, I can't stop watching. What is wrong with us? Why are we so drawn to this? And when I started looking into it, it was just this fascination that to be able to get information or entertainment from people right in their own living rooms, that you don't really know who they are, you don't know if they're real or not, you don't know if they have a producer, you don't know if they're an actor that's always wanted to be but never was. You know, you just can't. Or is it just a housewife who's really that funny? Or a guy who just gets home from work, is he really that entertaining? How come he's not doing this for a living? You know, or something. It was just fascinating to me. And when I saw that video, I had to make a video response. And I happened to have that toothpick in my mouth. I'd been out to eat that night. I jammed it up in my lip. I leaned into the camera and did this Renetto voice. The video that you have just watched, first of all, that I just want to be best friends. And I started doing into this voice and this little character. And the next day, a lot of people watched that video, and I had like some subscribers. I was like, what is this?
Where do you see YouTube going?
Well,
I mean, for you, I mean, not like YouTube as the entity of YouTube, but for you first, and then to take on actual where YouTube is going to go.
Yeah.
But for you,
I really don't know that answer. I have a real love-hate relationship with YouTube, with my YouTube videos, with knowing people on YouTube even. I have I'll get into something and I don't know. I can't explain it. I get mad sometimes at the audience. Sometimes I get mad at YouTube corporate, and sometimes I just get bored. And so it's hard for me to tell. I can't say I love it. I'm going to be doing it in 5 years from now. The truth is I really don't know. I may never make another video ever again. Like, I swear, I feel like I'm at that edge all the time. And then 2 weeks later, I'll be making a video. My wife will be like, "Hey, what are you doing? I thought you said you were going to quit YouTube." But at the time, I wasn't. It wasn't like you know what I'm saying? I wasn't faking when I said it. Like, just to be
right.
dramatic. In my heart, it was over. And that's happened to me for about 8 months now. 8 or 9 months. I struggle with it all the time.
What do you think about the future of YouTube? How do you foresee that, like, in like 4 or 5 years or 10 years? I mean, do you see this going on and building, like, largely, or do you think there'll be a time where it'll level out or it'll crash?
Well, wow, that's an interesting question. I go back and forth on whether I think I really have the answer to that or not. I'm a little in the middle right now, but I would lean towards, I think YouTube's seen its heyday. I don't want to be pessimistic, and I would love to be wrong, but I believe that YouTube might have seen, we might have already seen the best of YouTube. That YouTube will improve some certain features. YouTube will give, people like us, more and more, slowly but surely, they'll keep us happy. At the same time, they're going to continue to grow the site in a direction that is more entertainment, more revenue driven. And I don't think that there's really, I think that the community, which we're losing people. I think the YouTube community right now is losing people, which what I mean is the original people that loved YouTube, the people that were excited about YouTube, the people that went out and told everybody that they ever met they should be on YouTube. I think we're losing people left and right like that have just thrown in the towel. They're done. They're not even going to check back into their account anymore. They're that frustrated and that irritated and that disappointed with the promise of YouTube that we all saw was some democracy, that we would actually be able to control who was featured, that we would someday be able to, rise to the top, without thinking if a YouTube editor doesn't get a hold of, see one of your videos, you're never, basically, not that you can buy them off or anything, but if you can get to that one person, that's the only way I'm going to get featured. That's the only way I'm going to get a heads up. Well, in a democracy, it should be, hey, if I'm the best, then these people will all say I'm the best, and then it's the best. Not whether one person sees it, but whether people kind of, because right now people on YouTube can kind of go in a crowd and attack someone's video, and find really quickly, and really bring it up to the surface. But other than that, if it doesn't happen kind of quick and people just find you a little bit at a time, that means YouTube's never going to find you. And not everybody has super mainstream videos that appeal to a wide audience, but that doesn't mean they don't really have something to contribute, This is Renetto and Kenneth, and you're watching MyTube News.
Special dedication, all the sisters out there, Detroit, Minneapolis,